be an open game in my view. But of course, from the lineup that we saw, Tekshua Chiragwi from NGEZI has actually congested his midfield, and I think he wants to get control of the midfield, while Kevin Kayundu, the coach of the month for September, is playing a basic 4-3-3 formation, which is a fairly balanced formation. So a good game in our hands, really.
Yes, and remember, Joseph, both teams haven't lost a match for quite a while.
Yes.
I think 6 matches so far. Dynamos haven't lost under the guidance of Kelvin Kayundu, and NGEZI Platinum has gone for 9 matches without loss. But they're back into the title race. I think it took a slight dent last weekend when they were frustrated to a new draw at home by Herendaus.
Yes, and of course, NGEZI have kept 3 clean sheets in their last 3 games, so they haven't conceded a goal in all of 3 games. And NGEZI, on the other hand, have also have no loss in their last 3 games versus Dynamos. So the last 3 games versus Dynamos haven't beaten NGEZI. So we wait to see if that trend is going to continue this afternoon.
Yes, and the last time Dynamos beat NGEZI was in that final of the Chubuku Super Cup. That is the last season, as the Castigo Leslie heads it away, but throw into NGEZI Platinum Stars, taken by Nyasha Gurende. This is NGEZI with the marvelous Mkumba. Back to the goalkeeper, Dalindon Musariranwa, spotting some dreadlocks. Finds Leslie Castigo. And in Gomezani Chirwa, the Malawian international, was called into the national team by Kalisto Paswamana Bundu, Olbreo Chirinda. The far side there, looking for Nisbet Muzenda in the box. Well defended there by Tendaishe Magwaza. First corner kick of the afternoon as early as the 30-minute, Joseph, to NGEZI Platinum Stars.
I think NGEZI Platinum Stars are laying their intent on the table. They say, we want an early goal. They've been pressing Dynamos for the past 2 minutes, and I think it's a marker of what they want to do this afternoon. Get an early goal, get control of the game, and then see what Dynamos throws at us.
Nisbet Muzenda behind the corner kick. There it comes, poorly taken, and is well defended by Dynamos for yet another corner kick. The second one in quick succession for NGEZI Platinum Stars. So Nisbet Muzenda with the second bite of the cherry. Brilliantly taken, and the effort there by Leslie Castigo is quite horrible there. It was actually Richard Achiro. My apologies there. Richard Achiro couldn't connect it very well, and Prince Tafire Muta, the first feel of the ball there. There it is, and Achiro off his shin. He was injured and is just coming back into the team, and I wonder why he was not involved in the Warriors team by Michael Nis. Remember, the Warriors off to South Africa tomorrow morning to join the European birthday players, where we play South Africa on Friday in Durban, and we are the home team there, Joseph.
Yes, we are the home team, and simply because we don't have a homologated facility of our own in Zimbabwe to host international matches at senior level. And interestingly, this afternoon, even Michael Nis is part of the crowd, and is joining his assistant coach, that is Tekshua Chiragwi, who did NGEZI Platinum this afternoon. So 2 national senior team coaches for the Warriors are here at Rufaro Stadium. One is watching, and the other one is coaching a team.
And the newly appointed second assistant for the national team, Kaitano Tembo, I'm told by Michael Nis just before kickoff that he's already in South Africa, maybe to organize, or maybe being as the advanced party to organize some South African best players and welcome some European best players who might be early birds, and they'll be joining each other tomorrow. This is Shadrach Nyawa. Abel Gatizo finding Nyawa again, looking for Rosingwenya. Leroy Mavunga trying to beat one man. This is now Abel Gatizo into the box, cleared away by Nisbet Muzenda. Isaka Mahomet now, long ball forward, looking for Jairus Kasondo. That is actually Wisdom Mutasa. Throw into Dinamo Dimbare. Emmanuel Jalai, the captain, the national team right back. He goes down, but that is not enough for a penalty. Joseph and Lawrence Zimondi say that is a goal kick. Rosingwenya, you cannot expect a soft penalty in that manner.
I mean, he tried to shield his marker, and of course there was pressure. Look at him there rushing for the ball, and he put the ball under his control, and then there was a leg that tagged him. Yeah, maybe debatable. But of course the referee is saying none. I will not have any of that, and he's asking Rosingwenya to stand up. But of course, as a striker, you know, when you are in the box, somehow you have an advantage because you are in charge of the situation, and it will be risky for a player, for a defender to commit themselves into a tackle. But Rosingwenya, they will probably feel aggrieved that I should have been given a free kick in the box, and a free kick in the box, in football terms, is a penalty kick.
Yes, Joseph. Yes, I think he got kicked there at the back of his heel there, but to me, I don't think it was enough to award a penalty. I'll go with Lawrence Simon's decision there. Very good one. You can't afford to have a soft penalty in a high-profile match like this, especially in the final run of the season. As a Kashtigu there is looking for Ngomezani Chirwa. So NGEZI Platinum Stars will restart. Leslie Kashtigu, Richard Hachiro, looking for Obro Chirinda, the captain. Dispossessed inside the center circle, and free kick to NGEZI Platinum Stars, and the Dynamos fans agree and disagree. And there's the latest updates of the scores across the country, running down at the bottom of your screens. Still new all from all senders, and the relegation battle. Some teams they're facing tough fixtures. Greenfield away to Moss, Yada away to FC Platinum, Bigita away to ZPC Kariba, and Triangle and Manika Diamonds both involved in a relegation fight at Sakuba Stadium. Joseph, what exciting fixtures we have in store this afternoon. An
exciting run of fixtures that we have across the country, and interestingly, I don't think we've had such a scenario in Zimbabwean Premiership where up to 8 teams stand potential relegation candidates, and it's quite an interesting fight.
It's a goal! NGEZI Platinum Stars has scored here! Dynamos scored flat-footed! A header! Gonna kick this pass there by Nisbet Muzenda! And an early lead, only 8 minutes on the clock, and NGEZI Platinum Stars have pulled first blood here!
Well, Dynamos, they're being beaten by the same routine that they did last week against Cape United, where a corner kick was flighted to the near post, and there was a man there who tagged it in onto the far post, a glancing header. So, yeah, Dynamos are shocked here this afternoon in the 8th minute.
And I'm quite big who the goal scorer is. There's Kevin Kaindu, coach of the month for September. He's stunned. There is a second look. The corner kick by Nisbet there, and headed there by Brooklyn Katumba. Talent Chamboko. Or Brook. Yeah, it's Talent Chamboko. Just number 14. And Dynamos would need to react quickly here. So it's 1-0 in favor of NGEZI Platinum Stars, and Dynamos swoos, and there's confirmation. There's Talent Chamboko in the 8th minute there. Emmanuel Jalai in possession. Back to Muhammad Isaka, the Ghanaian. Wisdom Tasa. Teomo Pio. Rosingwenya gets a throw in to be taken by Pio. Finding his captain Emmanuel Jalai. Isaka Muhammad. Good play by Muhammad there, but this one is for the goalkeeper Dalindon Musari Ranwa. Good communication with his centre back Leslie Kashtigu. John NGEZI Platinum with their third corner kick. The first one was poorly taken. The second one, it was not connected well by Richard Achiro. And on the third attempt, talent Chamboko make sure.
You know, this speaks of a team that is well trained, well groomed, and well prepared. Because if you look at Textual Track, who is one of the cleverest coaches we have in the country. He's a brilliant tactician, and I'm not surprised that NGEZI actually took an early lead, because we even spoke about it earlier that NGEZI were actually coming in here seeking an early goal, and an early goal they got. And if it stays like this, it will be the fourth win. Oh, that's the Highlanders camp who are already in Harare ahead of their game against Highlanders tomorrow. So Highlanders are here as part of the crowd, and they are watching this game closely. And similarly, Highlanders, I saw the Highlanders bus outside the stadium, and I take it that they are also part of the crowd here. But we're speaking about NGEZI Platinum looking for an early goal, which they did. And if it stays like this, this will be the fourth time NGEZI beating DYNAMOS, because DYNAMOS haven't beaten NGEZI in their last 4 encounters, counting this one. So 3 previous encounters. Will NGEZI continue their dominance over DYNAMOS? Well, 80 more minutes will tell us.
Jairus Kasondo trying to play a back pass there, but couldn't connect. This is Katumba. Gomezani Chirwa, the Malawian international, Richard Achiro. Marvelous Mkumba leaves it to Katumba. Nyasha Gurende, Obro Chirinda, looking for Takunda Benura. Magwaza, Wisdom Tasa, throw into Dinamo Dimbare, Emmanuel Jalai behind it. Quickly taken, back to Jalai. This one man, not the second one, but he wins a throw in of Chamboko. Remember, Jalai is in the national team, and Michael Nis, the national team coach, is here. Wisdom Tasa, good dummy there. That should be Dynamo's first corner kick. Some good play by Wisdom Tasa. So we are approaching the 18th minute mark, and Dynamos get their first corner. Will they respond here, Joseph?
Yeah, well, it's a routine that they did against Cape United, so I don't know whether they can replicate that, or they are going to change a routine. But it's a probability that Dynamos can still find an equalizer. Still early for Dynamos to press any panic buttons.
Riro Mavunga. Gets the Platinum clear. Pio. Mutasa. Good cross inside the box. Back post. Goalkeeper is beaten by Nyawa. But the end result is a goal kick there. Good response from Dynamos, Joseph.
Good response from Dynamos, and even the fans have been invited to be part of the script here. I think another corner kick.
A corner kick, yes. A corner kick has been awarded.
Yeah, a good response from Dynamos, because they know this game means so much to them. Nothing less than 3 points will matter.
This is how it happened. Cross by there. Headed by Nyawa. Is it a corner kick? There's Nyawa.
Yeah,
well. Good defending by NGEZI again. Dynamos piling on the pressure here. Throw into them, and applaud from the spectators from the VIP stands here.
A sign of desperation. If you could see the gesture from that gentleman there from the terraces, it means yes, this game is calling everything, every bone, every marrow, every muscle, and every drop of blood from anyone who speaks Dynamos blues.
Exactly, Joseph. Gets the Platinum Stars with the throw in this near side. Mano Jalai tussling for possession with the Chambogo talent. Free kick according to the match official Lorenz Zimondi. And talking of the officials, Joseph, some more good news. Messi Maimbo will be the match official again, the center referee for the women's game, Senegal versus. She will be doing duty, and Clarisse Mango will be the first assistant referee in the Nigeria versus Benin, with Grace Gimo being the fourth official.
And that speaks well again, not only of our local referees, but the gender balance as well in our football. We say it's a game of football, and even women, they still have a part. They are part of the stakeholders in the football terrain, even in Zimbabwe.
That should be free kick to Dynamos. Good ball played by Nyawa there. And Dynamos are in a hurry. So Pio and Guatizo behind the free kick.
We are speaking of officials in Zimbabwe being recognized. You also know that Sabelo Maposa Sibindi, a Zimbabwean local referee, who has been appointed as a referee assessor for the upcoming FIFA World Cup 2026 qualifier between Cape Verde and Mali. This is coming sometime a few weeks from now.
Dangerous free kick there, headed away by NGEZI. Manuel Jalai, the captain. Controlling well. Back to Isaka Muhammad. Back to the goalkeeper, Prince Tafire Muta. Looking for Leroy Mafunga. Batizo. Pushed off the ball. No free kick according to the referee. Nisbet finds Chamboko. Is brought, but the referee says he won the ball. Wisdom Tasa. Chamboko is down. Rosengwenya does well. Finds Mtasa. Blocked by NGEZI Platinum Stars. Marvelous Mkumba. Achiro. And was final cleared by Nyasha Kurende, but the referee had already spotted an infringement. And Chamboko, there he is. Still down injured. And the match official has briefly halted play here to allow Chamboko to be attended to by the medics. Looks like he would be fine. This is how it happened. Jalai on Chamboko.
Yeah. Jalai came in from behind.
Yes, from behind.
Yeah. That's where the referee pointed out and said Jalai got the ball. But evidently it seems that he might have gotten the ball, but a bit of flesh on Chamboko as well.
Yes, he got part of the ball, but more on Chamboko. And it was from behind. I think it might be warranting a free kick, but according to the rules, if you get to the ball first, they'll give you benefit of doubt. They'll say follow through. But coming from behind, the tennis game call of the referee will go by it. So free kick to NGEZI in their own half. So two Malawians playing their trade in the Zimbabwe Kasolaga Premiership. William Tolo of Simbabora been called by Kalisto Pasua into the national team with Ngomezani Chirwa, who is in action here at Rufaro Stadium. There he is, Chirwa, finding Muzenda, Chirinda, Marvelous Mkumba. Good ball they're looking for Chamboko, but it was overcooked.
Yeah, I wonder why he lifted that ball up, because I thought a grounder was going to still find his teammate, but he chose a low ball which eventually turned possession over to Dynamos, giving away a throw into Dynamos.
The throw into Dynamos quickly taken there. Rosengwenya and Jalais on the receiving end there. Free kick to Dynamos. And Nyawa is furious on Chamboko. And the yellow card there has been shown to the fourth official there, obscuring us. Oof, that is Marvelous Mkumba. Dangerous play there by Marvelous Mkumba, former of Dynamos. And he gets a booking. Yellow card, yellow on 19 minutes on our watch. Lawrence Zimoni taking down Marvelous Mkumba's name. Mohamed Isaka doing very well, very good defender. That is the 32-year-old defender from Ghana. Dangerous play by Musariranwa. NGEZI out of it. Nyawa. Pio. To the wrong man. Chamboko. Rosengwenya to the wrong man. Brooklyn Mukumba to Richard Achiro. Kurende. Well defended there by the 24-year-old Tendai Chemagwaza. Oh, that was a poor ball there by Marvelous Mkumba. All the way the goalkeeper, Prince Tafire Muta. 27 years of age. Looking for his center back, Tindaishe Magwaza. Leroy Mavunga to Gwatizo. Magwaza. Jalai is calling for it. Finds Shadrach Nyawa. Abel Gwatizo. Tindaishe Magwaza. Goalkeeper Prince Dafire must have been involved in the exchanges. Isaka Mahamat losing possession. Danger here. Obro Chirinda. Oh, couldn't control it. Dynamos recover their captain. This time Isaka Mahamat goes long. Throw into NGEZI Platinum Stars. Take sure Chiragi Deko in your picture.
And I think Deko is happy with what he's seeing. Because I have noticed that NGEZI, when they're out of possession, they're employing a 3-5-2 formation. Look at their high press. They are not allowing Dynamos to play out of their half. They are forcing Dynamos into making errors, and they are pressing Dynamos very high in their first state, which is good tactically, speaking well of a team that is well drilled by Tekshua Chiragui. So Dynamos are being suffocated by NGEZI. NGEZI have taken control of the midfield, and Dynamos are struggling to play out of their own half into the NGEZI Platinum half.
And also one notable thing to commend here, Kasondo. Eli cross! Well dealt it by NGEZI Platinum Stars in the box. Throw into Dynamos. Jalai. This one man. Pio. Kasondo! That post! Nyawa! Trying for the tight angle there.
I think Leroy was a bit selfish. Look at where Wisdom Tassa was. I think Wisdom Tassa was well positioned all by himself that he would have received a look at that cross that came in. Leroy Mavunga was ghosting from the blind side, but it's a timely intervention there. The ball was taken away from his stride and eventually cleared away by Richard Hachiro. Yes. But the situation that I was talking about here, look at Leroy Mavunga. He's trying to go for the near post, and look at Wisdom Tassa there at the edge of the 6-yard box. He was all by himself. He could have probably done better than what Leroy Mavunga did.
And Joseph, it's always difficult to beat a good goalkeeper at the near post.
Agreed.
Like that.
Agreed.
Good play by Dynamos. High cross inside the box. Magwaza allows it to run for a throw-in to be taken by Captain Emmanuel Jalai. Dynamos piling on the pressure, looking for that elusive equalizer. We're now in the 24th minute of this first half. Long throw inside the box. Chamboko away. Mamadi Isaka. Abel Gwatizo. That should be a free kick. Benura should be very careful. Bringing down Gwatizo, was involved in some neat exchange of passes there on that left side. And he's trying to justify his innocence to the match official, and the official, Roland Zimondi, saying wait for my whistle, and Benura moved 10 yards back. There is the move, and Benura there blocking Gwatizo was to receive a pass from Leroy Mavunga.
And he went further on to step on his arm, on Gwatizo's arm.
Kasondo's header, that is for the goalkeeper Dalton Musariranwa. Almost lost it. This pass is a long one over the center circle, looking for Obro Chirinda, former of Blawayo Chiefs. Isaka Mahamat comes top. Gwatizo. Long one looking for Kasondo. He's fouled there by Kastigu Leslie. Free kick to Dynamos. And Kasondo, he travels all the way from Bangor Daily to come here to take part in training sessions. Very strong, very good character. They've been getting the goals for Dynamos. Got the all-important goal last weekend in the derby.
I think they got their feet tangled there, and of course even the landing. Yeah, it was unfortunate that they landed on.
Batizo, blocked by NGEZI. Batizo again. Magwaza, Muhammad, back to Tafire Musa. Tendaishe Magwaza. Nyawa is calling for it, but Rosngwenya, 20 years of age. Back to Nyawa.
You see how NGEZI are suffocating DYNAMOS. They are not allowing DYNAMOS to play. They've congested the midfield areas and they're forcing DYNAMOS into
possession.
areas.
Yes. Chirinda. Cricket goal. Safely collected by Prince Tafire Musa. A routine save there, Joseph. You're saying something?
Yeah, I was saying NGEZI, to their credit, they've suffocated DYNAMOS. The way they've congested the midfield, they are placing high and not allowing DYNAMOS to play out. So maybe DYNAMOS may have to resort to playing balls maybe over and above the midfield, but then you don't want to tire your reliable goal scorer in Kasondo Jairos, who may give us a goal or two, but kudos to Shochirag with the way he has instructed these boys. They have taken control of the midfield and DYNAMOS are being outnumbered in midfield areas.
Good ball by Trio, but finds no takers there. And Joseph, one thing I've noted this afternoon, which we must commend the groundsman, the pitches improved very well and it's playable this afternoon.
Yes,
at least it's a bit even. It's not yet 100% perfect, but it's much better than what we have been seeing in the past weeks.
Agreed, Willie. Yeah, and it's looking softer and friendly for the players. And I think, yeah, we need to applaud the city authorities for doing a good job. It can be better, yes, but for as of today, it's better than what you've seen before.
Exactly. What we have been seeing in the past weeks was horrible. I couldn't believe that this is the ceremonial home of football. And we are here now with Gurende Nyasha of NGEZI Platinum Stars, 29 years of age. Dispatches and throwing on the near side, looking for the Tukumba. And it rolls out for a goal kick to Dynamo Dimbare. Dynamo Dimbare in all blue, defending the city and goal post and attacking Dimbare end. And NGEZI Platinum Stars in all grey, defending Dimbare end and attacking the city end. Marvelous Mkumba, Richard Achiro, Kurenje, looking for Chamboko. Mkumba, Kurende, long ball forward, looking for Chirinda. This is July. National team right back. We're battling it out in Scotland right back. God knows Murwira. Jalai was alert. Chirinda. A judge forward Jalai there by the match official running to Zimondi. Can't believe it. Obro Chirinda. That ball was rolling and the match official was quite tight. Isaka Muhammad was too fast.
And some fans are not very happy. We don't know whether they're not happy about the free kick awarded to DYNAMOS or not happy about the Chirinda tackle on Jalai.
I'm sure they're not happy with how their captain's been treated there. Nyasha Gurende. Jalai shooting the ball very well. The Roman approach Chirinda. An audacious attempt from wrong range. He had spotted that Tafire Musa was off his line, but needed a bit of courage from Obro Chirinda there, Joseph.
Yeah, you must have practiced such a move or such a goal 1,000 times before for you to be sure and certain and make an attempt at that. Definitely, and again, you are taking that shot against Prince Tafire Musa, who is one of our finest goalkeepers in the league. Surely that was a sign of disrespect on part of Obro Chirinda.
Yeah, maybe he might argue that he had spotted him, that he was off his line. Good play by Jarai, looking for Pio. Wisdom Tasak, play on the referee, but the advantage was not realized, so DYNAMOS get the free kick. So it will be taken by Isaka Muhammad, quickly taken. And the referee said, take it from the correct position. So Isaka Muhammad, we have a second chance to take the free kick. Can it be of any real threat to NGEZI Platinum? We have been hanging on and defending well. Half an hour played here at Rufaro Stadium. The Ghanaian, 32 years of age. Poorly taken. Obro Chirinda. Tendaishe Magwaza. Long ball forward. Confirmation of the scoreline at the bottom of the screens. Nyasha Gurende away. Chirinda battling for it. Takunda Benura Nyawa does well. Isaka Muhammad back to the goalkeeper. Tafire Muta puts it forward over the center circle. Wisdom Tasa looking for Kasondo. Good tackle there by NGEZI Platinum center back Kleshli Kastigu. Diamonds wanted a free kick, but from what I saw, that was a clean tackle by the defender. Chirinda, Brooklyn Katumba, Gomezani Chir was the Malawian, 24 years of age. Marvelous Nkumba, the young man. The referee is getting involved somehow. Play continues. Kasonda, Nyasha Gurende, Achiro, very smart. Gurende looking for the Brooklyn Katumba. It's actually in his bedroom Zenda. Very industrious this afternoon. His bedroom Zenda has been covering every blade of grass. Chirinda. This is now Benura to the wrong man Kwatizo now. Looking for Nyawa. Finds him. Back to Magwaza. Tendaishe. Isaka Muhammad. Tendaishe Magwaza. And Joseph, any news from other center? Siba Boratiki. That near and go! But the referee had already blown. And Dynamos are not happy. They want the advantage. And Joseph, interesting terms here. This near side assistant referee Edgar Rumeke signaled a go. He was already running down to the center, and the referee saying I had already blown.
A sign of miscommunication between the two men.
And the referee has been called here. Wait. Referee has been called by the assistant referee Edgar Rumeke. Big decision to be made here. And Brooklyn Katumba put the ball at the back of his own net, beating his own goalkeeper Dalton Musariranwa. So Lawrence Zimondi has a big decision to make. Good sportsmanship here by Diego. He's ordering his players off the match officials.
Yes, I think it's being in charge of your boys. Of course, the boys will be disappointed. They will want the ball not to stand. But we wait to see the decision that is going to come from the meeting that is being held between the referee Lawrence Zimondi and the first assistant Edgar Rumeki. But what we saw here is we saw that Edgar Rumeki, the near side first assistant referee, ran to the center.
It's a goal!
It's awarded.
Dynamos are backing it! On goal by Brooklyn Katumba. And Deco is furious. There is sexual Chiragui. And chaos.
And the Platinum players are not happy
with trouble here.
Because according to them, assistant referee Rumeki changed his mind. Because initially he had signaled the goal, and then the referee had actually disallowed the goal. But now we see a miscommunication between the referees, and unfortunately missiles being thrown.
Missiles being thrown into the pitch here. Mayhem at Rufaro. Chaos, absolutely chaos. And Joseph just behind me on the commentary box. Stella Taruinga, the match commissioner, taking down some notes. And there is mayhem. Chaos. Absolutely chaos. And Tekshua Chiragui reasoning with the fourth official, that is Prince Moyo. But Rumeke has been manhandled there by the NGEZI Platinum Stars. And from as far as I'm here, I couldn't pick up who the culprits were. But this is unacceptable.
Here is the ball there. A very unfortunate own goal, a classic own goal if we were to use those terms, but very unnecessary. This is where now you see the modern day defenders who are encouraged to be good with their feet, to be ball players. He tried to put the ball away to touch out of danger, but inadvertently misdirected the ball into his own net.
But Joseph, to be honest, from the replays I'm watching here, I'm sure that is a correct decision to award Dynamos a goal. Yes, there was an infringement on the Dynamos player, but they should allow advantage. Advantage was allowed, and a red card has been shown there. We need to see who has been shown a red card by Lawrence Zimondi there.
It's one of the substitutes. It's one of the substitutes.
Is it the substitute or somebody on the pitch?
Yeah, he's the substitute. He's a substitute who's been red carded. He still, of course, he still has his beep on him. We cannot tell the player.
Yes, and some police details been involved here. And the match commissioner, Stella Ruinga, taking some videos for evidence in case it might be required at some point. Maybe in the boardroom also. This is unbelievable, Joseph, and unacceptable. But I need to recommend the assistant.
It's Kuzaichi Guida, who has been shown the red card from NGEZI Platinum.
And that's the captain. He's a captain.
No, he's on the bench.
He's on the bench, but he's the captain.
Yes. Kuzaichi Guida being shown at the exit door, going in for an early shower.
Can see the match officials here, the technical staff, and the match commissioner is going down pitch side, maybe to assist. We don't expect this from top teams in the Kasolaga Premier Soccer League. And I can spot Stella Ruinga, the match commissioner, going to share some notes, or maybe to advise the policeman. Yes, he's talking to the policeman.
But I think NGEZI Platinum are advised to continue with the game. The referee has awarded a goal and nothing is going to change. The referee's decision is final. And of course, we saw the sequence of events. It was an own goal that was scored by NGEZI. Off the ball, I mean, there was an infringement leading up to the Dynamos attack, but it was an own goal, which means there was an advantage that accrued to Dynamos. And NGEZI Platinum scored an own goal out of the situation. We saw the near side assistant referee making running towards the center, which indicates that he had seen nothing wrong. It was a clean goal for Dynamos. And of course, NGEZI Platinum players are not happy about it. Nothing's going to change. NGEZI Platinum, you are advised to continue with them, get onto your position, restart the game, and then we move on with the game. But definitely there's nothing wrong about the goal. The goal will legitimately stand.
Yeah, as of now the goal will stand, and Deco is not happy. Joshua Chiragu is furious. Lawrence Zimondi had signaled for a free kick to Dynamos, but his assistant Edgar Rumeke had signaled a goal, and he called his referee and they communicated, and the goal was eventually awarded. It's Brooklyn Katumba. The man said Jeff had the ball past his own goalkeeper, and NGEZI Platinum Stars are walking off.
I think they're coming for a briefing.
Yes, an emergency meeting. Quick briefing by NGEZI Platinum Stars, maybe to make the way forward or to come out with that decision. There they are. There they are. Burende.
I think they've agreed to continue to play. I think they are psyching each other up and say, guys, let's remain focused. But this will serve as a distraction.
Another red card to Deco.
To Deco.
And he's furious. He wants boxing here now.
Drama at Faro Stadium.
Drama upon drama. And he's surprised and he can't believe it.
Deco is fuming.
He's hitting his own player. That is unacceptable from a coach. Mayhem unacceptable from a national team coach.
He slapped McDonald Makue.
McDonald Makue has been slapped there by his own coach, Gecko.
Maybe we're trying to reason with him, but he slapped him.
I can't believe this. He's now attacking the referee.
And Gecko is...
And Chamboko.
Then coach onto the pitch. Coach Textual Chiragwi. You may need to lead by example. Your team, his team has been playing very well. I mean, let's accept it. His team has been playing very well. And I think the emotions got the better of the coach. And now he's being escorted off the pitch.
At first, he's the one who was controlling his players.
Initially, yes.
Yes. But now,
but then he lost it. He lost it at some point.
And there is water being poured on Gecko.
And I'm sure we're going to see a low and extended additional minutes for the first half.
Of course. I think we have stopped here for more than almost 10 minutes. So Kumbira Mutuaguziwa will now be in charge. Players resumed here at Rufaro Stadium. Good play there by Leslie Kastigu. Gomezani Chirwa. Zenda. But Dynamos wins it back and Chirwa. Throw into Dynamos. Not a very good crowd here at Rufaro, Joseph. Yeah, definitely. It's a smaller crowd than we saw last week when Cape United hosted Dynamos in a relegation clash between the two teams. But of course, it's typical maybe of the crowd size that we've seen of late, where Dynamos fans had boycotted their team. But I thought they were going to come today in full flight because in support of the team, which has actually turned the ship around, and hopefully to support their team and survive the job. But definitely a smaller crowd than we witnessed last week. Yeah, a smaller crowd than we witnessed last week in the derby, and of course that is expected. The derby is a crowd puller on its own. Gomezani Chirwa, Marvelous Mukumba, former of Dynamos. Back to Leslie Kastigu, the centre back. Long ball forward. 43 minutes on our clock, but of course we have a land period here. So 1 and Kwekwe, it's 1-1 at the moment. And ZPC Kariba leading 1-0 over Bikuta Minerals. And the Kwekwe United actually taken the lead, but Tier 1 is equalized. Yes, ZPC Kariba leading 1-0. There is Deco in your picture. And he's still furious, still fuming. And from all other senders, Simba Bora new, Cape United new, FC Platinum new, Yada new. There is confirmation on goal by Challenge Mboko on 38 minutes. Is it Challenge? It should be Brooklyn Katumba, not Challenge Chamboko. Brooklyn. It was Brooklyn Katumba, where the ball passes on goalkeeper in a desperate attempt to clear the ball out of danger. So Emmanuel Jalai, free kick to Dynamos. Mamad Isaka to Magwaza. Long ball forward looking for Rosingenya. Headed away by NGEZI Platinum. Muzenda looking for Chirinda. Headed back to the goalkeeper by Isaka Muhammad. Prince Tafire Musa in possession now, taking his time. Dynamos 1, NGEZI Platinum 1. Long ball looking for Wisdom Mtasa. Kasondo, back to Mtasa. Kasondo, well defended by NGEZI. Gurende, Chamboko, brought down, no No free kick and 9 minutes to be added on. Joseph?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I'm not surprised. 9 minutes are going to be added to this first half. Yeah, it was very eventful and a lot of distractions out of this game. But we initially saw a brilliant first 30 minutes of the match. Of course, it was marred by that equalizer by DYNAMOS. Not to fault DYNAMOS, but definitely the drama that ensued after the DYNAMOS equalized.
There was high drama here at Rufaro. Mohamed Isaka there. Then awkward clearance. Batizo. Zenda. Throw into NGEZI Platinum Stars. Dinamo Dimbare 1, Madamburo 1. Tangent field match here at the ceremony of football. Leslie Castigo back to Darlington Masarirano. Gomezani Chirwa. Lisbeth Muzenda. Still in possession Muzenda. Achiro. Brooklyn Katumba, the man who put the ball past his own goalkeeper. Chirinda. Shoot the ball well, free kick. Promising position. Only if Ashwin Karengesha was in that his range. Indirect free kick according to Roland Zimondi.
And even there, Neva Tigere, who's now at Simba Bora, used to give us a brilliant free kick from that range.
Yes, he's another good hitter of that ball.
Yeah,
this is how it happened.
It is trailing leg. Yeah,
yes.
It was caught.
Yeah, it was hooked.
Yeah, with Omtasa there, well, he might feel aggrieved, but definitely it was a tackle from behind. He caught Obel Chirinda's trailing leg. It's a very promising position.
Very promising, and the referee has indicated that wait for my whistle. So you cannot take it quickly here. You have to wait for the referee's whistle. $25 meters or so, Joseph?
Yes. Yeah, around 25 meters out, and it will be a direct free kick.
And of the 9 minutes, we've already played 3. Mzenda behind it. Taken straight to the goalkeeper. A rare mistake by Prince Tafire Musa, but eventually cleared his own blushes in conceding a throw-in. Leslie Castigo. Gurende. Kumba Marvelous. Headed away by Isaka Mohammed. High boot. Free kick. So DYNAMOS get a free kick. We are now in the 49th minute, and remember, 9 minutes were added. 9 plus 45 will get out to 54. My mathematics are correct, Joseph?
Yes, you're quite right. Yeah.
Kasonda is put down, free kick for DYNAMOS, and a back pocket
for the ref.
A red card here. Stand for another early shower here.
Leslie Castigo receives the straight red.
Straight red for NGEZI Platinum Stars. Deep in injury time. Was he judged to be the last man? Drama continues.
We thought we had seen enough, Willie. There he is, Castigo taking the long walk to the dressing room, the long walk.
Joining his captain
and coach.
Yeah. That is Chigwida, Kudai Chigwida and Tekshua Chiragwi. There it is. Yes, he's the last man.
Yeah,
he is the last man.
Was last man. It's very unfortunate because they were crossing their paths. Their feet got entangled. And I think it's unfortunate.
There was some pulling there.
It's an unfortunate incident, yes, but the fact that he was last man, he was last defender on.
And the yellow card again to Chamboko. And sarcastically clapping for the referee.
But I think NGEZI Platinum will be advised to remain cool. Yes, the decision, they may think that the decision are going against them, but in such instances, you need to contain your emotions because things can get worse. What you then need to do in such a situation is turn things around, turn the negative into a positive, like making lemonade out of the lemons you receive. Right now, NGEZI may run the risk of losing it mentally and eventually lose the game.
And the referee has been called again by Edgar Rumeke. Has he spotted something, Rumeke, again? Another briefing there to the match official. Any further disciplinary action to be taken by the official? What news has he received from his assistant, the first assistant? So for now, it's free kick to Dynamos.
No further action. Whatever they whispered to each other, it seems it's like okay. So
Takunda Benura, confirmation there. He's the one who was yellow carded and not Chamboko. But looks like the card was flashed in the face of Chamboko. But they were crowded there, surrounding the referee.
It was just at the crime scene, yes.
Yeah, he was the last man there, and some pulling there. And Rosingwenya there straight away pointing to the referee that this is the last man. What happened to Daridon Musarirano?
Yeah, I think it's mind games. You know, you want to manage the situation and to take this thing out of the Dynamos pressing. It is a mind game. This is how we manage a match or manage a situation in a game of football. Yeah, just to frustrate Dynamos. But at the end of the day, Dynamos will still take that free kick. Whether they're going to convert it or not, it's a story for another minute. But at the moment, yes, Darlington Saranwa, look at that area.
There is the action again. Yeah,
but this is the first one goal.
The one goal, yes.
Yes. There was an infringement on Jairus Kasondo, yes, but then the referee allowed play to continue. Yes.
This is the red card of Eastern
being fouled.
No, that's the own goal. That's the one goal.
That's a brilliant goal.
It was a similar piece of action. Yes. That's the one goal.
Hey, Katumba, what were you thinking?
He was desperate to clear the ball.
But then that's what we talk about. To say, even as a football player, as a defender, you need to be comfortable on the ball.
There is the red card incident now.
Second incident. Yes. Yeah. He was definitely the last man. So yes, I think the referee is right. Look, going for his back pocket right there. He had actually made his mind. He was just getting to the crime scene to show him a red card. But of course, he will say, "I'm not guilty," which is normal. Yeah, players will try and prove their case. But for me, I think it's a legitimate red card.
Yeah, that one I will agree with the referee. You are the last man. You are the last man denying an obvious goal-scoring opportunity. Yes. Definitely a red card. The law says so. So there is nothing wrong with the decision of Lawrence Zimondi. Remember, we are telling you that Lawrence Zimondi will be the fourth official in the game between Equatorial Guinea and Liberia. That is during the international break, which is starting on Monday.
Yeah, so maybe he's got his bags packed already. After this game, he could be finding his way out.
Yeah, I'm not sure whether he will be traveling on which exact date. So Dynamos, Guatido, the favorite from this position, a left footer. Musarama must be very careful. There goes Guatido. The world does its job. Corner kick to Dynamos. And Leroy Mavunga going all the way to take the set piece. And remember, his corner kick was headed in by Jairus Kasondo last week in the derby, of course, on the opposite end. That is at the city end. This is the Mbare end where Dynamos are attacking in this first half. So the 9 minutes is up, but remember, we had further stoppages. There comes the corner kick, and the goalkeeper does where it was going in. Isaka Muhammad back there, and the goalkeeper collects it. So it remains one apiece at the ceremony home of football Rufaro. Marvelous Mukumba. And Lawrence Zimondi brings the first half to an end, a long first half, which ends on 55 minutes here. And they've corrected this. Brooklyn Katumba with the own goal, giving Dynamos the equalizer. Talent Chamboko opening the scoring as early as the 8th minute. Joseph Your summation of the first half before we cross over to Charles Mabika, Chief Justice Majavi and Bekim Bilonyon on the pitch side.
A drama-filled first 45 minutes, now first 54 minutes at Rufaro Stadium, where we saw NGEZI Platinum getting off the blocks earlier on, dominating play, congesting their midfield and dominating Dynamos. But of course Dynamos laid resilient for the first 8 minutes until they conceded a goal through Talent Chamboko, which was a corner kick headed onto the far post by Talent Chamboko, leading to NGEZI getting their first goal of the afternoon. But then we saw Dynamos coming back and finding their own equalizer. Of course, it was a drama-filled first half. Dynamos legitimately got their goal. It was a clean goal because it was an own goal that was scored by NGEZI. But thereafter, we saw drama ensuing between the two teams. But either way, we saw a beautiful game of football in the first 30 minutes of the game until the drama started, because the two teams desperately need the point.
Yes, as the players take their long walk to the changing rooms here, we are preparing Chausen and Mabika, Bekim Bilonyon and Justice Majavi are preparing to give us some halftime analysis. And we are about to cross over to the pitch side. Magonis is also taking down, maybe for recess, or to have a cup of coffee or a drink, whatever.
Or maybe to see his assistant coach behind closed doors within.
Yeah, maybe to console his number 2.
Yes.
So this ended here a long first half. 1-1 between Dynamo Dimbare and NGEZI Platinum Stars Madamburo. So Charles Mabika is ready. We cross over to you.
Stadium, and I'll tell you, this is one of the most controversially ridden games that I've ever watched. If we talk about the Dynamos equalizer, well, we'll be looking at plenty of highlights leading to that own goal by NGEZI Platinum after referee Lawrence Simondi seemed to have blown for a free kick to Dynamos, but then he had to consult his assistant referee to eventually cancel out that awarding of a free kick and make it a goal. And you know, probably when we watch the highlights we'll see what really happened. But it's 1-1 at halftime. Boy oh boy, I've seen so many games, but this one is the top one of the top ones. Right, we've still got Coach Becky Nyoni here and Chief Justice Majavi. We'll start with Coach Bex. Coach Bex, we saw mayhem just writhing its way into this game here.
Yes, mayhem for sure. It's really not something which we expected, and it's unfortunate that this had to happen. But I think at times when a decision has been made, you just need to accept to say this decision has been made. There is no way you can change it. Especially football is a bit cruel in the fact that when the final decision is done by ref, it is very difficult to challenge it, and it is very difficult for him to be changing. If he decides to change, it's up to him, and no one can change for him. It's only him only. And at times, as a coach and the players, you just need to accept and say, let's regroup and see how best we can move forward. Unfortunately, after they came back into the game, as they were playing, the defender, when he was beaten by the striker as the last man, he decided to hold on the defender, and that ended up having that being a red card to the defender.
As we see the highlights, that's what happened for the Dynamos equalizer. Chief Justice, as we take a look at this.
You know, I don't want to judge on that perspective. What happened is it was too quick. There was also miscommunication in the beginning. There was miscommunication between the referee and the linesman. The linesman saw a goal. The referee had blown. Maybe the linesman didn't hear the whistle or didn't see that the referee had blown. But it happened really quick. of which, of course, sometimes it happens. It was there in the Gomali, but sometimes it happens that the ball went into the net, and then to convince again to say it was not a goal, it was going to be another chaos. But also coming to the indiscipline from the bench, it was really, for me, I think it's not good, especially for players. You need also to keep your calm in these situations. Just listen to the men in the middle.
As we watch again, Chief Justice, let's watch it here.
You could see it was too quick. Look at the foul and the kick. You get it. It was too quick.
It was. I've never seen, to tell you the truth, all of you are watching, I've never seen an incident like this in my long career in football. It was, I don't know. Lawrence Monti, did you blame him here? Because when he blew and then the goal went in, it was a split of a second.
Yeah, usually, sometimes if you see in also professional leagues in Europe, they could call him for VAR, and obviously it was going to be overturned. Not really overturned, it was going to stand as a goal because it was really quick, but it gave an advantage. The advantage is the goal. So in this case, I think the communication between the linesman and the referee should have solved this problem before it went to the red cards. It came to the bench for NGEZI. Unfortunately, they lost a defender, and the coach threw red cards. These games usually, when they are tense like this, we also demand discipline. You need to have a discipline, be it the head coach, be it the players, and also we also need to respect the match officials. They are human, they make mistakes, and not taking anything away from NGEZI. But I think the getting red cards and being controversial sometimes it makes the game ugly.
Right, that's the red card there, as we see Leslie Kashitigu getting that red card for that foul on Jairus Kasondo. Of course, earlier their head coach got his marching orders, Deco. I think that's the first time in his career, even as a player, I've never seen Deco getting sent off as a player in his long career as well. Played for Flame Lily, he went to Botswana, played for Caps United. He's never been sent off, but he was sent off. Probably something that he said to referee Lawrence Zimondi, or maybe Zimondi judging that when the play resumed, then Deco called his players over, maybe to give them some instructions, and maybe Zimondi didn't like that. Coach Bex, the first guard for Deco, very unfortunate.
Yes, very unfortunate for Deco, and we haven't known him for that. But unfortunately, last weekend, I think I saw highlights when he was demonstrating with the referee again in a game they played against the Rangers last week at Baobab. And this is exactly the same thing which has happened today, and unfortunately he had to get a red card. But at times the coaches they tend to get a bit too emotional, especially when you really want that win. You think you are in control of everything, then just things go otherwise you need to really control yourself. And in this case, I think Deco failed to control himself, and I think we need to give thumbs up to the chairman for NGEZI, who had come down from where he was sitting to try to talk to Deco to say, please continue with the game.
The controversy actually rolled in, also put in match commissioner Stella Rubinga, who is here. She had to come in and give guidance, I think, to the officials, referee Lawrence Zimondi as well. I've never seen a situation like this. I will repeat, in my long career in football, this is the first time when the referee is going to blow, and then at that same moment he is blowing, and a defender for the opposing team flashes it past his own keeper, and the referee's assistant has already signaled a goal. This is what happened, and Lawrence Zimondi then went, consulted with his assistant, and he decided to award a goal to Dynamos. Of course, those not sitting in Dynamos' corner, those sitting, of course, in NGEZI Platinum's corner, if you're are watching right now, if you are a NGEZI Platinum supporter, you will say, no, this was very biased. This was done to please Dynamos, and the Dynamos fans will be saying, no, the referee was right. So this incident here will be talked about long and a long time after we are all gone. I'm sure it will be talked about for a long time, Chief Justice.
I know with the experience and you as a legendary to the local football and our football, I think you also myself, I haven't seen it. At the end of the day, mistakes are common. It happens. We are not here to judge who made a mistake. In some cases, the referees did their decision, consulting with each other, and it became a goal. But of course, like Becky cited, that we also need to control ourselves, whether your coaches, your players, whoever is involved in the game. And there's also a crowd which was going to be disturbing this game if things had gone bad. But also I would say in future we just need to have measures. People need to learn. We need to have inductions towards this as a league. It will help to understand in certain situations, because in this moment, if it wasn't a goal, it wasn't a goal. If it was a goal, it was a goal. But no one was favored. But it's about attitude. It's about how we control ourselves especially after incidents happen. And of course, Jaco is a national team coach. We sometimes you get to that situation, but at the same time, let's be humble. Let's continue with the games. It can as well happen. They can even get the same thing, and it happens against Dynamos. Things should move, and we should not be in the opposite side of the situation. But altogether, it's a very tense game. You can see, like I noted before, that at one time this was probably one of the derbies for the rivalry team for Dynamos. Remember back then when all the players moved to NGEZI, including the coach Tondre Nderaya. So this fight is still there. You can see it's still there. But good play from NGEZI. They did very well despite all the controversies happening here. But they are doing very well, taking a lead, and they are playing beautiful football. I hope all this is not going to affect a lot of players.
Right. Elsewhere, I can tell you that drama, but not like this kind of drama. It was a nice stadium because the Green Machine have taken the lead against Simba Bora, Ismail Wadi, making it 1-0. That should be music to the ears of all Scotland FC supporters, including their director, the Honourable Pedzisai Scott Sakupkanya, because if it ends like that, that means Scotland remain on top on 59. Although Simba Bora will have a game in hand, they will be 4 points behind Scotland. So we'll wait to see what happens. Elsewhere, we haven't heard, because remember I did tell you, all the 7 teams, all the 9 teams involved in the relegation battle are in action this weekend. One of them was in action yesterday. They lost. That's Chicken Inn. Lost to Scotland 1-0. And 7 of them are in action, including Dynamos, including Caps United. Highlanders are in action tomorrow. So, my word, we've never seen a season like this. But Talent Chamboko scoring for NGEZI to make it 1-0, and Katumba scoring that own goal. 1-1. We await to see what happens in the second half. Remember, Coach Beck said focused 2-1 for Dynamos. Chief Justice 1-0 Dynamos, and I'd made it 2-1 for NGEZI Platinum. Chief is out. Oh yeah. Well, Chief is out. Chief is out, of course. 1-0 Ato Buddha. So there's Coach Bex and me. 2-1 for Dynamos, 2-1 for NGEZI Platinum. So, wow, brace yourself, because we have a hair-raising second half, 45 minutes, as we cross back to Shinola. William Tingwa sitting alongside Joseph Kani. We'll be talking to you at the end of the night.
Match, Tangent Field match at Rufaro Stadium, the ceremonial home of football. Dynamos 1, NGEZI Platinum Stars 1. But Joseph, high drama here at Rufaro Stadium with match official Lawrence Zimondi failing to control things at some point, making correct decisions at some point. But as the match official who is going to be involved in the international break in the World Cup qualifiers to be the fourth official, we expected better performance from him, especially when timbers were flaring, the issuing of a red card to Tekshua Chilagwideko and the awarding of that DYNAMOS goal, which will remain controversial for a very long time. Yes, he had given a free kick to DYNAMOS, but when the ball nestled at the back of the net of the boot of Brooklyn Katumba, the near side first assistant referee signaled a goal, and he went to consult his number 2 and then changed his decision from a free kick to a goal. Controversial it might be. What do you think, Joseph?
Yeah, but I think the first call of awarding the goal to DYNAMOS, I think it's a fair call, it's a good call, it's a legitimate goal for DYNAMOS, because it was the DYNAMOS striker Jason Kasulu who was fouled. So if you look at the balance of play, it was advantage DYNAMOS, which means the own goal scored by Katumba is legitimate. It will then give credit to DYNAMOS. But the referee had actually blown his whistle, and then he went to consult the assistant referee, and then the assistant referee gave an indication that was a goal. So that might also be questionable. But at the end of the day, the referee's decision is final. But I thought again, from looking at it broadly, I think he was a bit heavy-handed by dishing out many cards. Some of the yellow cards may not have been warranted, but I think the referee may want to manage the situation and tone down on the aspect of issuing out yellow cards. Maybe allow players to play, allow the game to flow.
And we have kicked off the second half free here at Rufaro Stadium. NGEZI Platinum Stars now attacking the Mbare end. Obro Chirinda straight into the thick of action. Well cleared by Muhammad Isaka. Good play by Jalai. To the wrong man. Pio. Rosengwenya to the wrong man again. Chamboko. Target goal. You can't beat Tafire Mutaf with that weak shot, and from that range, honestly, you can't.
Just some update from other centers. Tail 1 has equalized against Kwekwe United. So it's now Tail 1-1, Kwekwe United 1. Whereas at Shamba Stadium, Simba Bora still trailing Cape United by 1-0. A goal scored by Ishmael Wadi in the 38th minute. And then Niada and Platinum are still goalless, whereas Moors and Greenfuel are still goalless.
So goalless from those senders. Ishmael Wadi giving Cape United a rare lead at Wadzanai. Tier 1 Cape United deadlock. Here at Rufaro, DYNAMOS, NGEZI Platinum deadlock. And there's confirmation of those scores on the bottom of the screens. Replay of how the NGEZI Platinum Stars defender Nyasha Gurende was injured. There is 0-1, Kwekwe 1, Moors nil, Greenfield nil at Ngoni, FC Platinum nil, Yada nil at Mandawa, ZPC Kariba 1, Bikita nil at Nyamunga. Well defended by NGEZI. Samboko. Free kick to DYNAMOS. Nya was brought down, and the Vietnam trying to influence the decision of the referee there. They want a yellow card, but the referee is having none of it. Tanguda Bendula must be very careful. He's sitting on a yellow card.
If Jalai kicks that ball, you'll be in trouble.
Exactly, Joseph, because you will not be from the stipulated 10 yards away. Nyawa Kasondo, free kick to DYNAMOS. I like NGEZI Platinum Stars walking away from the referee. They don't want to argue with the referee anymore because they're in danger of being reduced to 9 men here. Remember, there are only 10 now. After Leslie Kastugu received a straight red for pulling down Kasondo. So Jairus Kasondo. This is how it happened. Gomizani Chirwa, the one who fouled Kasondo. So free kick in a very, very dangerous position. just outside the D zone. Rire Mafunga, Wisdom Dance, Abel Batizo. In the first half it was Batizo, was free kick. Couldn't get past the ball.
I think this is the range where Dynamos will wish there was no Chunga to take up that free kick. They wish there was all this situation.
Take that free kick. Mafunga, full-blooded shot blocked by Chirwa. Emphatically cleared away, throwing to Dynamos. Some fans here to Faro. Emmanuel Jalai, the captain, with the throw. Looking for Pio. Go kick. Pio could keep it in play. But Dalit Musadiran be ready to dispatch the goal kick from NGEZI. And looks like NGEZI are now playing down the clock. So early.
Yeah, I think for them it will be a good strategy to say, look, we are one man down and we are under siege, so maybe some fans there catch them young, bring them to the stadium, let them feel the experience and the atmosphere of the stadium and pick up their heroes. I was saying I think NGEZI Platinum will do well in taking control and taking charge of the game. Yes, they need to be in charge, so they need to make the right decisions, not to rush, but making sure they are frustrating Dynamos and taking control of the game because they are one man down. They don't want to ignite further emotions because it may be detrimental to their cause.
And Obro Chirinda there lying down in Agonde was fouled, but play carrying on here. Abel Batizo battling for possession, but NGEZI Platinum Stars. Defender comes top, that is Nisbet Mzenda. Good play by NGEZI Platinum Stars. Tackle from behind, free kick. Retaliation. Should be very careful.
This is going for another card.
Yes.
Yeah, that's going for his pocket.
Yes, going for the top pocket, and it should be yellow card for the Dynamos player. What should be? Is it Rosingwenya? Yes, Rosingwenya there. Tackle from behind. Didn't play the ball there. There it is again. They are clashing the heels of Brooklyn Katumba.
Yeah. A player can dislocate his ankle from that kind of a move.
Yes. So yellow card to Rosingwenya. 20 years of age, Rosingwenya. And Brooklyn Katumba is 22 years of age. The man who put the ball past his own goalkeeper, Dalton Sardanwa. After 34 minutes, confirmation of that yellow card to Rosingwenya. Part of the crowd here at Rufaro.
I think they are not impressed to be captured on camera.
Throw into Dynamos. Emmanuel Jalai. Muhammad Isaka. Chirwa. Tumba. Back to the goalkeeper, Musariranwa. Good play from NGEZI. Marvelous Kumba. Wins a throw on the near side.
This will be the 6th time the two teams are meeting, Willie, and this will be their 3rd draw. And Dynamos had actually lost twice before, and Dynamos had only beaten NGEZI once before. So NGEZI, generally speaking, NGEZI have Dynamos number on speed dial. They always dominate the encounter.
Except for the cup matches where Dynamos have triumphed twice in the Chibuku finals, one at Baobab, the other one here at Rufaro. That is the last season final. Marvelous Kumba. Back to the goalkeeper. Gurende. Achiro. Sarana Darlington, the goalkeeper. Remember, this was a back pass, he cannot handle it. Brooklyn Katumba looking for Chirinda. Mzenda. Marvelous Mukumba. Cross-foot pass. Chamboko. No, it's not Chamboko, it's Kurende pick out from this range.
Dynamos are preparing to make their sentimental substitution, bringing in Denver Mukamba as one of the two substitutes that they want to bring on. That's why Dynamos fans are paying for play to be disrupted somehow, because NGEZI have actually decided to play ball, keep the ball, and they play football. So Hammond and Mukamba being prepared for Dynamos.
Kasondo. Boy is shepherded out of play for a throw-in. That was by Ngomezani Chirwa. And remember, Ngomezani Chirwa was called up to the Malawi national team by Kalisto Pasuamana Bondo, former Dynamos coach, former Warriors coach. Long ball forward, flicked. NGEZI Platinum, Brooklyn. That should be a throw into NGEZI Platinum Stars. And the changes will happen now, according to Rumeke. So Rosingwenya out, Denver Mkamba in, the darling of the crowd. And Felix Hammond, the Ghanaian import, will be introduced. Is it Kasondo? Looks like number 9 on that board. Let's just wait. Or is it Wisdom Tasa? Yes, it's Wisdom Tasa. So Wisdom Tasa calls it a day, and Felix Hammond, then Rosigwenya, Denver Mkamba in his place. Like for like changes here, Joseph.
Yeah, like for like changes. I think it shows that the intent from the Dynamos Gaffer Kevin Kaindu, that he still wants to play on the offensive. He doesn't want to defend. Of course, he'll be cautious at the back, but he's actually showing us his intent to say, I'm looking for the second goal, and the second goal they might get. So Dynamos maintaining their offensive approach to the game.
And ever since he took over Kelvin Kaindu, this is the steady goal they've conceded in the league. Good crossfield by Nyawa, but unfortunately found the NGEZI Platinum Stars defender, Mano Jalai. Shadrach Nyawa. To the wrong man. Back to the goalkeeper. It couldn't reach the goalkeeper, the defender intervenes there. Katizo. Marvelous Mkumba. Nyawa. Denver. Oh, unfortunately couldn't pick the man he wanted to pick there. Nabel Katizo heading down with Nisbet Mzenda. Throw into Dynamos. Mzenda is not happy, but he can't argue further because he might risk collecting a yellow card, or which might lead to a red card. And remember, NGEZI Platinum Stars down to 10 men. They've also lost Tekshua Chiragi, their coach, and their captain was benched today. Kudaichi Guida was also red carded. Tangent field match here. Brooklyn Katumba with a throw in for NGEZI Platinum Stars. Headed away by Dynamos. Marvelous Mkumba. Isaka Muhammad looking for Jalai. Mano Jalai. Felix Muhammad. Denver! First shot on target. First shot at goal by Denver Mkamba, off target.
I think that's one thing about Denver Mkamba, the way he ignites the fans, the way he ignites the atmosphere. But one may also want to look at it to say, how effective is it in the bigger scheme of things? Is it going to be productive at the end of the day? Will it yield any positive result? But in terms of the energy, yes, Denver Mkamba will give you. But one may want to also question and say, at the end of the day, then what?
And I'm sure Kelvin Kaindu knows that if you want the 12 men to be involved, then Denver must be involved. Dangerous play there by Dynamos. Felix Hammond. Free kick to NGEZI. Gomezani Chirwa. behind the free kick, complaining the referee that now Felix Hammond is not stipulated 10 yards away. Now he is, and free kick is taken. Throwing to Dynamos. Kumbira Mjuoku are now in charge, formerly of Verenda's coach. There is on your picture with the cap, Brooklyn Katumba. Obrochirinda, the captain. Mzenda. There should be a free kick to NGEZI. Yes. Shadrick Nyawa penalized by the match official. That was Takunda Benura, brought down there by Nyawa.
But NGEZI, I think they will feel aggrieved because they had the ball in their possession and they were on the offensive. And advantage maybe would have been the better call for the referee. I think he blew his whistle too early because NGEZI was still on the offensive and they still had the possession of the ball.
Yeah, maybe he's trying to correct his earlier mistake in the first half when there was some bit of confusion. Very huge. Yeah. Big Daddy.
Big Daddy, from one of the local bus operators. He mostly found at a famous bus rank.
There comes the free kick. Well dealt by Tafire Musa. Two chance for NGEZI. Well dealt with by Gwatizo. Denver to Gwatizo. Accidentally off his shins. Katumba. Nice play by NGEZI. Back to the goalkeeper. Musariranwa. Robinson Chirwa is all over now. There he is. Achiro. Away by Tendai Shemagwaza. That should be a free kick to Dynamos. Mano Jalai brought down there by Vitali Jamboko.
They are preparing their own substitution. Gaki coming in.
And Marvin Gaki will come in for Nisbet Muzenda. He was full of running this Nisbet Muzenda. So Marvin Gaki replaces him. 31 years of age, an attacking midfielder. Former of Harare City. There is the confirmation of the subs on the top left of your screen there.
DYNAMOS are also not done yet to their substitution. They are preparing
Ignacio Perezo, yes. Some good play there by Kaki. Set in the thick of it. Chamboko. Jalai fighting hard. That should be advantage, Joseph.
Yes, yeah, I hear you. But I thought also the ball also there was a handball against Jalai. Well, maybe two quick incidences that happened in quick succession. But of course, Jalai still had the ball, well, advantage to him.
Batizo looking for Leroy Mavunga. Couldn't get past two men. He's blocked. Richard Achiro. Kaki beaten to it by Kasondo. Denver Mkamba. Tufu to Mavunga. Well dealt with by the NGEZI defense. Marvin Gaki. Brooklyn Katumba. With the wrong man. Nyawa. Looking for Pio. That should be a free kick and maybe a yellow card. Yes, a yellow card is going to be shown here. That is Nyasha Gurende. Started as on the left side of the center back. Now at the heart of it. So Leroy Mavunga will call it a day, and Ignacio Perezo Jr. will come in.
Overzealous.
Yes.
Overzealous. And too aggressive.
Very clumsy.
Yes. Yeah, a deserved yellow card, which again might speak to the mind or the brain of NGEZI Platinum players to say you need to keep your cool. Because these are moments where you need to be level-headed. Apply yourself with intelligence, not just clumsy like that, because you can be punished from such set pieces.
Yes. Can Denver do something here? He's behind it. Musaranwa is not settled, he's arranging his war. And I want to make sure they close all the holes. So Denver could not have any easy pick. Big breath by Denver, there comes Denver. Poorly taken. Assistant referee Tanasco Masawi. Corner kick to Dynamos, first one in the second half. Ignacio Junior Perez. His first involvement is this corner kick. Well dealt with by the goalkeeper. Flicked it out of danger. Isaka Muhammad. He's been pulled back. Denver Mkamba. Obrochirinda couldn't get past. Magwaza, but someone is penalized by the official. Right at the halfway mark, free kick to NGEZI Platinum Stars. If you have just joined us, wherever you, Dynamo Dimbare Dynamos 1, Madamburo NGEZI Platinum Stars 1.
So far we've seen a scrappy bit of play in the past 5-10 minutes there, and maybe the teams are trying to get their control in the game, but as things stand now, Dynamos will be more desperate to drop the 2 points. NGEZI, yes, will feel okay with the 1 point on the road, with their record remaining intact that they've never lost against Dynamos at Rufaro Stadium, but Dynamos will be more desperate to get all 3 points.
Ignacio Junior Perez also there, too much dribbling. Neat play there by NGEZI. Obrochirinda breaking loose. No one in support. Picks a man. I think Haridi's shot there. That should be a free kick. Nyawa there was nudged off the ball. Oh, he's rolling like a soldier. Practice. A soldier on practice on punishment or something.
Yeah, well, at times some players overplay things. Yeah, look, it was of course a head injury, but you then want to milk the situation the most and maybe sell the referee a free kick. But of course the referee had already blown, and some fans there enjoying themselves. They are from the NGEZI half. They are the visitors from NGEZI. But I was talking about the free kick there. The amount of energy, look at that. It was a 50-50. They both went for the same ball. Yes, there's a clash of heads. But, well, an injury to your head, but still have the energy to roll with that much vigor and energy in your roll. Well, it's overplaying it, but not saying that he didn't deserve a free kick. He deserved a free kick, but look, these are the psychology of the game for players. And just like we see returning the favor.
Actually, Dalido Murasiranwa, not Musiranwa. Danger for nice play there by NGEZI. Well defended by Dino Dimare. Denver Mkamba looking for Ignacio Perez. Getting past one man to the wrong man. Shadrach Nyawa. Oh, put back. That should be a yellow card. But Benura is on a yellow card already. The referee says play on. Gomezani Chirwa. Marvin Gaki. But Shadrach Nyawa has it under control. Magwaza. Junior Perez. Does he have the energy free kick to the young man. 20 years of age, this Junior Pereso. Denver wanted to take it quickly, and he does. Looking for Captain Emmanuel Jalai. Can he deliver a cross? Going on the bar line to get the corner kick. Will anyone get a winner here? 68 minutes by our watch here. Joseph Murasiranwa there, the goalkeeper arranging his defense.
And not so long ago he was rolling on the ground, but he was ignored by the referee. Now suddenly he has all the full strength to stand and defend an attack from Dynamo. Very interesting. Mind games by the players.
Yes, Junior Perez with the corner kick. Murasiranwa. Gets the Platinum breaking loose here. With Chamboko, the goal scorer. Finds Marvin Gaki. Crosses at the box. Chirinda! Good block there by the goalkeeper, Prince Afire Muta. Telmo Pio. Pereso. Pio. Dispossessed. Can he keep it in play? No, he can't. Marvin Gaki was in full support, but they couldn't keep the point play. Isaka Mahomet now. Shadrack Nyawa. Tendaishe Magwaza. Denver Mkamba. He's not happy with that hospital pass. Jalai began to eat, but Magwaza will clean it up. Finds Nyawa. Isaka Mahomet. Junior Pereso. Cross blocked. Still in possession. Marvelous Mkumba Pigeon. Teomo Pio. Pereso. And the Gurende does well to shepherd the ball for a goal kick. And Darlington Murasiranwa is down again, Joseph. I think just trying to take the momentum of the Dynamos, who are trying desperate for all 3 points here, and especially the news that the team above them, Cape United, were leading at one point, that is at Wazanai. We'll double check if the scoreline is still the same at Wazanai.
Yes, that's gamesmanship where they want that's gamesmanship where they want where they want to have control of the game, making sure they frustrate Dynamos. Because NGEZI Platinum will be happy with a point, whereas Dynamos can ill afford to lose every minute and every second out of this game. Dynamos are more desperate to get a win than NGEZI Platinum. So NGEZI Platinum, I think now playing mind games and managing the game and making sure they frustrate Dynamos. They'll be happy if it ends like, look at him there going down, holding his cuff. And of course, the referee will stop play and allow goalkeeper Darlington Murasiranwa to be attended to by the medical staff there.
A very tricky situation there.
And of course, Scotland will be happy to hear what is happening at Wazanai Stadium, where Cape United leading Simba Bora by 1-0. It will mean, yes, an advantage to Scotland, but of course we know NGEZI have one game in hand. Simba Bora have one game in hand.
Yeah, but remember, Scotland opening a 4-point lead after their hard-fought 1-0 victory over Chicken Inn at Babafield Stadium yesterday. And this is part of the crowd here at Rufaro. Kumbirai Mujoguziwa, the one who left that bench to have some talking to Marvin Gaki, the man who was introduced.
He's been given a yellow card. Yeah, goalkeeper Murasiranwa has been given a yellow card for time wasting.
Well-deserved yellow card, according to me. That is goalkeeper Darlington Murasiranwa. ZPC Kariba now leading Bigita Minerals by 2-0. So Bigita Minerals in big trouble, losing at Nyamunga Stadium.
Yeah, if you look at the way Bigita Minerals have been playing, they've been doing so well. It's one of the teams that we enjoy watching in the local premiership, and of course that's courtesy of former technical director at ZIFA, that coaching Mtegede.
Yes. Wilson Mtegede in charge of Bigita Minerals. There is confirmation of Murasira and Darlington's yellow card. Abel Gatizo conceding a throw-in on this near side towards the corner flag to be taken by Brooklyn Katumba, the man who beat his own goalkeeper. Kumbira Mutuokuziwa in your picture, preparing a substitute, I'm sure. And that's the fourth official, Prince Moyo. Katumba inside the box and nearly the goalkeeper and the defender there. Almost poor communication, but the goalkeeper was alert, rolling the ball to Isaka Mahomat. Slips, but his clearance goes into no man's land, throw into NGEZI Platinum Stars. Talent Tamboko behind it. Good 10 by Gurende and good boy as well. Tamboko now beats one man and he beat Jalai. Yes, he does. Richard Achiro, Takunda Benura. Can they have a soft free kick like that? Brooklyn Katumba, Gurende. Good ball, they're looking for Chirinda, but it's a bit overcooked. Throw into Dinamo Dimbare. Mano Jalai, the captain. Mano Jalai is only 26 years. The national team right back. Will he be in the starting lineup according to Mike O'Nees, or is it good Nose Murwira?
Yeah, well, I think Jalai will still get the nod. He's been doing well at right back at the national team setup, and I think the coach will still maintain his confidence.
Felix Hammond wins a throw-in on this near side. There is Kelvin Kaindu KK, the Zambian. Former coach of Highlanders, played for Highlanders, also coached the Triangle at one point. Dynamos faithfuls enjoying every moment of it. Substitution, Takunda Benra will call it a day. And in comes it Kadamini.
It's Akmeya. Kadamini is coming for NGEZI, and Mukumba also coming in for NGEZI. Yeah, but Dynamos are preparing their own substitution. Temptation Chunga and Agmeya being prepared on the sidelines.
Yes. So Frank Agiamang, so Talent Chiboko calls it a day. Kadamini comes in. Takunda Benra also calling it a day, and coming in as well is with the second substitute for NGEZI. So Kadamini is a veteran, 35 years of age, the oldest player. What do you make of this change? I'm sure they want to seal and preserve this point they have at the moment.
Yeah, I think they'll be happy with the point away. It will still maintain them their fourth position.
Obro Chirinda fighting hard in the middle of the park. Brooklyn Katumba that's the possession with Felix Hammond. Long ball forward, headed away by Magwaza, but to Chirinda. Telmo Pio, then from Kamba, looking for the Pereso. So Dynamos looking for the winning goal here. Abel Gatizo, back to Tendaiche Magwaza, then from Kamba, Isaka Mahomat. Mano Jalai, besting across, blocked. Vietnam and on the free kick. Watch for Joseph. Can't understand it. Marvin Gaki, crossfoot pass. Beaten by Mahamada Isaka, very good defender this Ghanaian. 32 years of age, using all his experience. So Just number 9, Jairus Kasondo will call it a day. And Frank Akimean, only 22 years of age, and Kasondo is 31 years.
Temptation Chungwa is also coming in for Pio, for Telmo Pio.
So Telmo Pio for Temptation Chunga. And then like for like substitutions again by Kelvin Kain. It looks like you want to maintain his balance, you want to maintain his formation.
Yeah, because there was still promise on the part of DYNAMOS that they could get something from the way they were playing. And if you look at the way the current state of affairs, as things stand right now, DYNAMOS will move 2 places up to 13th position, and Caps United also similarly will move 5 places up to 9th, considering the current state of affairs. So the teams that stand relegated as of the moment is Triangle, Greenfield, Yada, and Kwekwe. If things stay as they are at the moment.
Yeah, Triangle with 2 games in hand. And they're locking horns with Manica Diamonds, Batizo. So Triangle play Manica Diamonds at Sakuba Stadium. A repeat of the Chubugu Super Cup quarter-final match that was played there 2 weeks ago. Triangle coming 2 new victors in that match. And as we speak, Caps United still leading 1-0 at Wazanai, and that match was somehow delayed. It's too far behind from other matches. Kelvin Kaindu with a smile. 80th minute here, Denver Mkamba behind the corner kick. Junior Pereso, the shortest one, rising the highest in the box. And just, I've got good news for Manchester United fans, leading Sunderland by 2-0.
Yeah, well, good for the Red Devils. It's only that they are inconsistent. You know, they will win 1 game and lose the other. Because of late, Manchester United haven't won 2 games in quick succession.
Another substitution, Donald Makue. And Obro Chirinda will call it a day, the standing captain. And of course, you'll be allowed to have time to leave his armband to Kadamini. Kadamini in the pecking order is the first team captain, and the vice is Kudai Chupida, the man who was red carded in the first half. He was not playing, he was on the bench. And Obro Chirinda is the 3rd captain in that pecking order. Joseph?
Yeah, it's the hierarchy from the Baobab Stadium. But again, Obro Chirinda, I think today he put in a good shift before he was pulled out. He was hustling and harassing the DYNAMOS defense. He kept them on their toes. He kept running. He didn't get a goal, yes, but I think he put in a good shift. He's being rested this afternoon. But Kadrim Amini, yes, he's coming in to operate from the left channel on behalf of NGEZI Platinum.
And I hear Tier 1 has taken the lead against Kwekwe. So Tier 1, I'm sure they will remain 5th on the log.
Yeah, they will remain 5th. Yeah. They are currently leading 2-1.
So only what you need to double check is whether Washington Navaya is scored again today. Remember, he's leading this goal scoring chart with 15 goals. Timon Machope on 13. Erieta Firinga was the first one to score. Not sure who
the other
scored
one,
the second one.
The other one.
Marvin Gaki.
We need to verify that. Yeah.
NGEZI Platinum Stars, danger for DYNAMOS. Good ball inside the box, but it's a bit too much, carrying too much weight. Goal kick. Prince Tafire Musa in a hurry. They know a point is not enough. Yes, they might move 2 places up the ladder, but remember, Triangle will be having 2 games in hand. The one against Simba Bora and the one against Manica Diamonds, which is on this weekend, match day 30. Remember that match day 29 was postponed because Simba Bora was involved in continental football in the CAF Champions League, where they were unfortunately knocked out on penalties by Sikizini Hotspurs of Eswatini. Emmanuel Jalai, Temptation Chiunga, back to Jalai, looking for Gwatizo. Well dealt with by back to Denver Mkamba. Can he beat one man, beat the second one? Gwatizo with a cross, headed away by NGEZI. Jalai pushed off the ball. Kaindu is not happy. Playing a ball boy throw here. So it's throw into Dynamos. No. To NGEZI Platinum Stars.
Yeah, but I think the throw-in is for NGEZI. Unless if Dynamos will be appealing for a free kick for that shoulder charge against Jalai.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, but definitely the throw-in belongs to NGEZI. Dynamos are appealing for a free kick against their captain. I mean, a free kick for their captain.
Yes. And they're saying, according to the referee, Lawrence Mondi said it was a 50-50 challenge. Marvin Gaki. Nesio Pereso doing well there to defend. Blocking a cross that was coming towards his own box. Gurende continues with his move. Cross inside the box. Good chest control! And the goalkeeper does well. Fourth players down injured here. That is the goalkeeper, Prince Afire Muta. And is it Gaki, the other one? Joseph, did you pick out who is the NGEZI Platinum Stars player down there?
Yeah, this will be the second timely challenge by goalkeeper Prince Afire Muta. Look at the ball that was flighted from the left channel there. Okay. Beautiful chest control.
And it's Gaki.
Yeah. Good save. Decisive save from Prince Afire Muta.
Very decisive. Yes, he came in late, clash of knees or legs there.
And Gaki's boot going on to the midriff.
Yes, not sure who scored the other two goals, but here confirmation of those goals. Brooklyn Katumba is an own goal after 38 minutes, and Talent Chamboko opening the scoring as early as the 8th minute here at Rufaro Stadium. Mo's leading 1-0.
Yeah, it was a goal by Mensa.
Wilson Mensa, the Ghanaian.
In the 69th minute.
There is a second look at the own goal here at Rufaro. NGEZI Platinum Mufiru had done by the decision of the referee, and there is the flick by Chamboko beating Safire Muta. And the celebration by NGEZI Platinum, that was in the 8th minute, and Kaindi was not happy with something there. Prince Afire Muta is up and about. Shadrack Nyawa. Temptation Chunga. Magbaza to Temptation Chunga. Finding Frank Agieman. Makue, down out to the wrong man. NGEZI fights for possession, but free kick according to the referee. Temptation Chunga was not done. Then from Kamba turns the other way, finding Guatizo. Back to Guatizo from Mohammed. Good cross inside the box. Headed out for safety there by, is it Kanizani Chirwa? Gomezani Chirwa. Kona key to Dynamos. Junior Perez behind it. 87 minutes played here. Lawrence Simon signaling the amount of minutes to be added on. Play on according to the referee, but so NGEZI will finally have a great opportunity to have the ball out of danger and to release pressure of themselves. Darlington Murasiranwa. Long ball forward, headed away by Nyawa. Kadamini. Now with the armband. 88 minutes here. Chance for NGEZI. But Nyawa clears the ball away. Denver Kamba. NGEZI, Marvin Gaki, can he beat his marker? Not quite. Well done by Abel Gatizo. Corner kick to NGEZI.
I think that in the other matches that have been completed and confirmed, Tel One beat Kwekwe United by 3-1, and the other and Platinum played a goalless draw, whereas yesterday, of course, it was Scotland beating Chicken Inn by 1-0, and the other games are still ongoing.
They're still ongoing in Simbabora. Can their slim chances or their bright chances of retaining the championship evaporate at the hands of Makepekepe? Corner kick to engage the Platinum Stars. Very dangerous inside the box, headed away by Nyawa. Chance for Chirwa. Headed away by Isaka Mahamat. Kadamini. Dangerous ball inside the box, but Dynamos does well in defending to the wrong man. Confusion there, and Nasio Perezo takes advantage. Clears the ball out of danger. Guests are not finished yet. Gomezani Chirwa. That one should roll for Kafire Muta. And there is confirmation, 4 minutes to be added on. We are already into the first minute of added time here. Free kick to engage the Platinum Stars. The Vietnam end is not happy. McDonald Makue.
The Moors matches ended Moors 1, Greenfield 0.
So Moors 2 very much back in the title race. That was Temptation Chiunga pushing and shoving McDonald Makue to the floor. Kevin Kaindu still to test defeat ever since he took charge of Dynamos. Can Dynamos thank Highlanders for firing Kaindu?
Yeah, it seems it played out into their advantage.
Straight to the goalkeeper, Prince Tafire Muta. So Yada picking up a crucial point away at Mandawa. Perezo. Chance for Dynamos at the far post there. He couldn't rise high enough to not avoid the back of the net. That should be Felix Hammond, the Ghanaian. Good delivery there by Perezo.
It was a match.
Yes.
Good work, young Perezo. Yeah, he went under it.
Yes.
Yeah, he went under it. Had he met it head on, it would have been a different script, it would have been a different story.
Long ball forward by NGEZI. The aerial juice there, Muhammad Isaka is very good, very strong. Nyawa gets a free kick, dispatches it very quickly. NGEZI defending desperately, Kadamini. Makue. Well, read there by Nyawa. Brought down. And that should be a yellow. Oh, the referee thought twice. He was going for his pocket.
Yes, he actually lifted his arm like he's going for his pocket.
Yes, he was going for his pocket.
Yeah, I think he thought twice about it.
Mano Jalai. Jalai receives a throw in. Firmly under control here by Jalai. There should be Temptation Chiunga. Headed away by NGEZI. Shadrack Nyawa. Play on, says the referee, advantage. Three versus 5 here. No support, finally gets it. Brooklyn Gatumba. Donald Makue to the wrong man. Finally Dynamos has it under control, the Abo Gatizo. Katumba Perezo comes top. Free kick to Perezo. Brooklyn Katumba penalized by Lawrence Zimondi. Match official Lorenz Mondi, an improved second half, doing very well in the second half. Now controlling the game is now very much under his control here, Joseph.
Yeah, the referee, I think now he has a different hand to this game. Initially in the first half, I thought he was heavy-handed, but then in the second half now he seems to be allowing play to continue, allow players to express themselves.
And the confusion inside that box almost resulted in an own goal. Luckily enough for NGEZI, the corner kick is the end result. Denver Mkamba behind it. Let's see Denver. We are now in the 95th minute. The goalkeeper safely collects it. Zimond looks at his watch. Can NGEZI Platinum has one final chance, but Izo says no. Temptation Chunga. Getting past the number of defenders, but Achiro. Free kick to Dynamos. Surely, this is the last attempt of the match. 95 minutes there I watched. It was 4 minutes added on, but Florence Mondi thinks we should go on. Can we go beyond the 95th minute, Joseph?
Yeah, well, he might, but there's been some strategies. But look, the 4 minutes is up already. Can Dynamos cook up something in this? This is probably their last attack of the match.
There it is! And goal kick. And the referee blows to end the match here. Lorenz Mondi has ended the match. Full time at the ceremonial home of football. There is the confirmation. Jarinjon Murasiranwa thanking the heavens for the 1-1 stalemate here. 1 point on the road. But honestly, Joseph, this result might take NGEZI off the equation for the championship. It might remain a 3-horse race. That is if Simba Bora manages to cement their position as title contenders. They were trailing in the 90th minute. They're still trailing Caps United by 1 goal to nil.
Yes, this definitely, in my view, it takes NGEZI out of the equation for the league title, because it then leaves the Scotland and Simba Bora betting it out at the top. But of course, there's also a dark horse, that is Moz, who are currently set on the apex of the log table. But coming to the flip side of the table, see the referee there being escorted, being escorted to the changing room there. But on the other side of the log table, Dynamos climbing 2 places up this afternoon to position 8 in. But Dynamos will think they've dropped 2 points. Yes, they got 1 point from this afternoon, but for me it's a question of 2 points drop, because Dynamos are desperate for all 3 points. Whereas NGEZI on the other side, fine, they will feel aggrieved, but under the circumstances, I think a point on the road will be good for them. But of course, it eliminates them from the top of the table matrix.
And Joseph, Diego Texua Chiragui is ready with Charles Mabika for the interviews. We cross over to Charles Mabika.
Football can kill you. 1-1 it ended. What a match, controversies and everything. Now I'm here with the coach, the head coach of NGEZI Platinum. Of course, he got his marching orders from referee Lorenz Mondi. We call him Deco. He's also the assistant coach of the Warriors, Texua Chiragui. Well, coach, tough luck for that red card, but your the whole analysis of the game.
Yeah, thank you so much. Up to now, I'm still wondering how I got the red card, because I was there to bring the players back to make sure they cannot go to the match officials and everything. Because as a coach, I'm the father of the kids, and it's better they listen to me better. And I did that, and I was trying to do that. And at the end of the day, I was given marching orders. But that's football. That's how it is. Okay, part of the game. I admit it's over. And generally to the game, I would want to thank God, to be honest. From the onset, I think we're in control of the game. Since the first half, and especially when we come back second half, we were much more stronger when we were one man shot down, and we couldn't manage to get a goal. We had the opportunity for Gaki, Obri, Chirinda. Those were three crucial opportunities that could also make the difference of the game. But the most important thing is that I would want to thank God because we've managed to win the battle that we had today, and it was very, very difficult, to be honest, psychologically, emotionally, and also physical game from inside the field. And obviously, the tempers will be high in terms of the players to control their mind. It's difficult, but at the end of the day, we managed to do that and get a positive result, which is exactly what we wanted. Though we should have won the game, but I'm not sure about the goal that Dynamo scored because it was a foul. All of a sudden, everyone was, and when you go inside the net, that was a surprise to me to see it was a goal. But like I've said, they know the laws of the game better than us, and I think we have to control what we can. That's exactly what we did. Thank you.
Okay, Coach, all the best. Safe trip back to Mondoro.
Thank you.
That was Deco Tekshua Chiragwi having his peace of mind. 1-1 it was. Yes, he got his marching orders just when that melee was taking place. Now I'm joined by the man we call KK. He's Kelvin Kayindu, the head coach of Dynamo Dimbare. Coach, 1-1, you were going for the jugular, but it didn't happen.
Yeah, I think even for us to come out with the point is just by the grace of God. These are 2 points that we have dropped. I think NGEZI were tactically better than us. In terms of play, even when they were one man down, we tried to change our formation, we tried to make some permutations, we tried to make some substitutions. Let down a bit with the substitutions that came in today. NGEZI at the upper hand, I think they could have won this game, but we are still fighting relegation. A point, yes, moves us a bit from where we are, but we would have preferred to get a victory today.
So, what's the plan going forward? I know it's starting off a relegation, but what's the overall plan? You'd like to end at mid-table, or what is the overall objective from you?
Our first objective is definitely to survive relegation. The position where we should be does not really matter, but we've got an opportunity to get even closer, maybe to position 9 or 10, but our first objective is to fight relegation. A point moves us to the other teams that are on 33, but NGEZI came tactically disciplined, very organized. Even when they were with the man down, we knew that they were going to fight for this game. They were able to circulate the ball, and this is what made us to fail to play, because our back four now started playing the long ball, which is not what we had planned. We said, let us try to play from the back, but for us to get a point, we give credit, I think, to the team, but would have preferred to get out the maximum points.
Well, at least a point, Coach. So all the best in your fight to not to be relegated from the top line.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Right, that was KK Kelvin Kayindu, the head coach of Dynamo Dimbare, who, yes, were outclassed in the second half, especially when they had one extra man. But NGEZI played like they were the one with the one extra man. Well, that's just about it. What a game! What a game! That controversial goal, yes, we will call it that, because I've never seen that happening anywhere. At least the ceremonial home of football. Well, like I said, football can kill you. So do enjoy the rest of your viewing here on ZBC TV. From everybody, from the ZBC TV sports crew, fronted by our producers, Beben Shinurai, Stuart Shoriwa, Tinashe Manyoni, and Gina Gwanzura. Yes, we say, remember to take care of your loved ones and each other. I'm Charles, legendary CNN Mabika. Until we meet again tomorrow, it's bye-bye for now.